professional organizations. Now, joining isn't enough. You need to participate as well. So, Julie, welcome back.
Yay, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so to use your own words, joining a professional organization can enhance your value.
Yes.
Tell us how.
So I'm a huge fan of getting involved in professional organizations, particularly outside of your own industry.
Right.
So we're talking about nonprofits, business organizations. You could even get involved with nonprofits that are just centered around a certain event. So maybe you're there once a year in a specific timeline. But the reason this helps you professionally is that you're now expanding your network to a whole new set of people. You are learning new skill sets because you're no longer doing, your regular job that you're really skilled in and you know what you can do in your sleep.
You know it, you've got it, front and back.
Right, this is a new opportunity with new people, new challenges, and what's really nice of all, Jacqueline, is that you're giving of your time. And that really speaks volumes about a professional when you are volunteering.
So can you give us a few examples of professional organizations in the New Orleans area that have your stamp of approval?
Well, we are lucky to live in a greater New Orleans community that has so many great thriving organizations. If you have a passion for economic development and business development, in the metro area, we have the different Chamber of Commerces that are fantastic and they're all well run. And you only need to just do one, you can just start with one organization. So Chamber of Commerce's, the YLC, the Young Leadership Council, is wonderful for young, new, upcoming leaders. And then you've got all the fantastic nonprofits, whether it's United Way or even particularly around like any kind of health issue that you have passion for, whether it's heart health or lymphoma or cancer. And because it's New Orleans, there's always some sort of party involved.
This is true.
Behind the mission that they're driving in. I myself am involved in 3, and I always give advice like don't stretch yourself too thin. And that's something I'm always managing because I do serve on the board of the Jefferson Chamber of Commerce. I'm an active committee member, past president, but still active committee member of the Greater New Orleans Executive Association. And then seasonally, I'm on the advisory council for our local AAA baseball team, the New Orleans Baby Cakes.
It's a lot.
It can be a lot. But if you're going to get involved, Jacqueline, you've got to be committed and engaged.
Right. So you have to show up, as we said when we started the segment. And so you'd recommend maybe start with one organization, right, and go from there, because the important aspect or idea is to really give back. You don't just need that on the bottom of your resume, right?
You hit the nail on the head. It's not enough just to have your name, that you're a member, because it would work against you. Imagine if you and I were signed up for a committee for an organization and then we didn't show up to the meetings. Then,
what's the point?
And then worse, you're now putting out not very positive information about yourself into the community because they're like, well, I don't know where Julie is. Gee, I don't know. She signed up. She said she'd be here and she's not here. And you don't know how involved you want to get in because you may find one organization and you may just love it. So you're going to say, you know what? I am all in. I am all chamber all day and this is all I'm doing. And there's a few different ways to get started to figure out, like, well, how do I know where to begin?
Right.
Start with your own interests. Like, what are you passionate about? Is it technology? Is it just business development or economic development in the city? Or maybe talk to some friends. And because we have access to social media, you can put a little all call and say, what are some great nonprofit or professional organizations I should consider getting involved in? And you never know, because it's really about like a matching of the talents, because there are nonprofits and associations that need your skill set, whether it's technology, writing, education, grant writing, for example, is a big one. Maybe it's social media, perhaps it's event management or event planning, that they need those skill sets coming together. And when you put it out there, like, hey, I'm looking, I'm interested, I want to get involved, there could be somebody sitting right there thinking, oh, I wish I had a certain person with that talent that could come on our board, and then poof, you put it out there and there's your connection. It's about having conversations and letting people know, I want to get involved. And you know what else? It's okay if it doesn't work out. It's fine to start, but you need to give it like that good college try.
Right.
Show up, try the committees out. What you don't want to do is the slow fade if it's not a fit.
Sure.
because there's nothing worse, again, like we were mentioning, to not show up. It's okay to start, try it out, but be open and have candid conversation with, your committee chair or the membership director or the executive director to say, I'm so glad I got to do this. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get involved as much as I can in the city. I'm going to not renew for the next quarter or the next year. I think so-and-so would be a great replacement, and I wish you well, and I want to be a continued resource. That way you're not burning any bridges.
Sure.
I think people get afraid to commit to a new organization because they're like, well, I don't know if I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to do this forever, if I'm going to like it. I think, though, that if you talk to friends and you make friends with these organizations. I have my little Jefferson Chamber family and my little Great New Orleans executive family and all my Baby Cakes family. And I wasn't a baseball fan at first. I didn't really understand much of the game. But now I love it. It's fun getting involved.
That it is. All right, thank you so much, Julie. Well, for more information, you can head to Julie's website, 7602coach.com. And of course, there's much more to come on Great Day After the Break. We'll be back.